Once upon a time, in the prosperous kingdom of Umudike, there lived a princess named Adanna. Known far and wide for her unparalleled beauty and sharp intellect, she was the pride of her parents, King Umudike and Queen Chioma. From a young age, Adanna exhibited a regal bearing that commanded respect, and her name, meaning "dad's favorite," was a reflection of her parents' hopes for her. However, beneath her grace and wisdom lay a deep-seated pride that often clouded her judgment. Adanna grew up surrounded by luxury and adoration. The palace, a grand structure adorned with intricate carvings and vibrant murals, was her playground. Her chambers overlooked the palace gardens, where exotic flowers bloomed, and peacocks roamed freely. The scent of jasmine filled the air, and the sound of the palace fountains provided a constant, soothing backdrop to her childhood. As Adanna grew older, suitors from neighboring kingdoms flocked to Umudike, eager to win her hand in marriage. Noblemen of great wealth, valorous knights, and wise scholars all sought her favor. But Adanna, driven by her pride, found faults in each of them. One was too old, another too plain, one too eager, and another too dull. Her heart remained untouched, her pride unyielding, and she dismissed them all, believing that none were worthy of her exceptional status. Among the suitors was Prince Chokudi of Nando, a neighboring kingdom. He was known for his bravery and kindness, and his heart was pure. Yet, when he knelt before Adanna, presenting a rare and beautiful sapphire as a token of his love, she dismissed him with a disdainful wave. "Your jewel is beautiful," she said, "but it cannot compare to my worth. You are noble, but not noble enough for me." Years passed, and Adanna's reputation for pride grew. The kingdom whispered of the princess who turned away every worthy man. Yet, Adanna remained unperturbed, confident that the perfect suitor would eventually come. One day, her prophecy seemed to come true. During a grand festival in Umudike, a stranger appeared at the palace gates. He was Prince Amadi, from a distant and mysterious kingdom. Prince Amadi was the epitome of charm and handsomeness. His eyes gleamed like obsidian, and his smile was both alluring and enigmatic. His voice was as smooth as velvet, and he moved with the grace of a panther. As he approached the throne, the air seemed to shimmer around him, and a hush fell over the gathered crowd. "Princess Adanna," he said, bowing deeply, "I have traveled far and wide, and no beauty compares to yours. No intellect shines as brightly. I am here to win your heart, not with treasures or deeds, but with my devotion." Adanna was captivated. For the first time, her proud heart softened. Prince Amadi's confidence matched her own, and his charm was irresistible. Against the advice of her parents and the council of elders, who felt uneasy about this stranger, Adanna accepted Amadi's proposal. They were married in a lavish ceremony, and the kingdom celebrated, believing their princess had finally met her match. The wedding festivities were grand and opulent. The palace was adorned with the finest silks and vibrant banners. Musicians played enchanting melodies, and dancers performed in honor of the royal couple. The feast was a culinary masterpiece, with dishes from across the kingdom and beyond. Adanna and Amadi sat on a dais, their every move watched by adoring eyes. In the days that followed, however, unease began to creep into Adanna's heart. Amadi was perfect, almost too perfect. He was kind and attentive, yet there was an inscrutable quality about him that she couldn't quite grasp. His eyes, though warm, held a depth that seemed to hide something dark. One stormy night, Adanna awoke to find Amadi missing from their bed. Driven by curiosity and a growing sense of dread, she followed a faint glow emanating from the palace gardens. There, under the ancient baobab tree, she saw him standing in a circle of ethereal light, his true form revealed. He was not human but a benevolent spirit, bound to the mortal world by a curse. Heart-pounding, Adanna confronted him. "What are you?" she demanded. Amadi's expression softened with sorrow. "I am a spirit, once noble, cursed to wander the earth in search of a soul as proud as mine once was. Your pride drew me to you, and our union was foretold. But with it comes a price. Adanna's heart sank. What price? She whispered. Amadi stepped forward, his form shifting between man and spirit. Your life, my love. By morning, your spirit will join mine in the ethereal realm, and your body will be no more. Adanna's pride shattered into pieces, replaced by fear and regret. She had turned away noble and kind suitors for a love that was too perfect to be real. Now, she faced the ultimate consequence of her choices. Is there no way to break the curse? She pleaded. Amadi shook his head, his eyes filled with sorrow. Only by relinquishing the pride that binds us both can the curse be undone. But it is too late, Adanna. Your fate is sealed. Desperate, Adanna rushed back to the palace and sought the counsel of her parents. They were devastated but held on to hope. The kingdom's greatest seers and healers were summoned, but their efforts were in vain. As dawn approached, Adanna felt her strength wane. She spent her final moments with her family, her pride replaced by a deep sorrow for humility. As the first rays of sunlight pierced the horizon, Adanna's spirit began to fade. She turned to Amadi, who stood by her side, his face etched with grief. Forgive me, she whispered. I was blind to the true worth of those who loved me for who I was, not what I represented. Amadi nodded, his form flickering. And I, too, am sorry. Our fates were entwined by our shared pride. But in this final moment, we have found the truth. With her last breath, Adanna closed her eyes, her spirit lifting away from her mortal form. Amadi's spirit, freed from its earthly bonds, joined hers, and together they ascended into the ethereal realm. The kingdom of Umudike mourned the loss of their beloved princess, but her story became a poignant lesson in humility and the dangers of pride. Adanna's tale was told for generations, a reminder of the consequences of letting pride cloud one's judgment. The proud princess who turned away noble suitors only to be undone by a spirit's curse became a legend, her life a cautionary tale. In the end, her legacy was one of transformation and redemption, a beacon of wisdom for all who heard her story. In the wake of Adanna's passing, the kingdom of Umudike experienced a profound shift. The people, moved by her tragic fate, began to embrace humility and compassion as core values. King Umudike and Queen Chioma dedicated themselves to promoting these virtues throughout the land. They established schools and learning centers where the youth were taught not only academics but also the importance of kindness, empathy, and humility. The baobab tree under which Adanna discovered Amadi's true nature became a sacred site. Pilgrims from far and wide visited the spot, leaving offerings and prayers, hoping to learn from the princess's story and avoid the pitfalls of excessive pride. The elders of the kingdom would often recount Adanna's tale during festivals and gatherings, ensuring that her legacy lived on. Adanna's spirit, along with Amadi's, watched over Umudike from the ethereal realm. They became the guardians of the kingdom, ensuring that the people learned from their past mistakes. On moonlit nights, villagers would sometimes see two ethereal figures dancing under the baobab tree, a symbol of eternal love and redemption. Generations later, the story of Adanna remained a powerful reminder of the consequences of pride and the transformative power of humility. The kingdom of Umudike thrived, its people united by the values that Adanna's life and death had taught them. And so, the proud princess who had once turned away noble suitors, only to be undone by a spirit's curse, became an enduring legend. Her life, marked by tragedy and redemption, continued to illuminate the path for future generations, ensuring that the lessons of the past were never forgotten. From Adanna's tale, we learn that pride can lead to tragic consequences, while humility and self-awareness bring redemption. Let her story remind us to value kindness and empathy. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this folktale, subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. Thank you for watching.